Hello everybody, here we are, and let's simply get started from here on. Again, this is my the famous dialogue, get started from here on, and let's simply get going. So ultimately what we are gonna be doing, first of all let me check the status of the live, and then we are gonna be focusing on this part, this Newrelic part. Ultimately I was just simply learning that so that I could monitor the server, like exactly how the things are going there and all, and we are gonna be doing exactly the same thing, and let's get going and let's see what all we are gonna be learning today. Alrighty then, this much we've done, and apart from this particular thing, let's simply close everything else from here. Nothing is required, and that is it. What else? This was the project that I was working on. I don't even need to do this thing. And as for the things, they are already covered, so right now I can just simply move to Newrelic. And again, what is this? We've talked about it a lot yesterday, so I'm not going to be talking much about this. We will just simply get in action, and we will try to do as much as we can today. Next, there is something wrong. Okay, let's simply reload the page. So if I just simply click on this, hopefully it's gonna work. Okay, the password. Okay, MFA code, and mainly this is mainly because of the security and all. It keeps asking for it. I think in every 24 hours, so maybe even less than that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it asks me to log in over and over, and that's kind of a good thing. Like especially when it comes to something like AWS. You need to prioritize your safety first, because at the end if somebody gets the access of your account, then you are doomed. So let's simply enter this, enter. Hopefully this is right. Alrighty then, as for the duration for this, the duration is gonna be around 3 hours or something. So ultimately in a day I'm supposed to be giving 3 hours to DevOps, and then I can just move to anything else. So it's like 5 hours to the development, 3 hours to DevOps. Once you earn, as it is already 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 4 to 5:30, 5 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30, around till 8 o'clock we will be just simply going through that, and after that I will be just exploring something else or the other. For now let me do one thing, let me just start both the devices from here. So let's simply start both of them, and once it is actually started, then from the Newrelic I can actually monitor both of them at the same time. So let's simply click on get started, and I think which one was I using, one audiobook I think, if I'm not wrong, but let's see. Even Newrelic, it locks you out. Great. Okay, so ultimately we have monitored our host machine. We have even monitored we've been talking about quite a lot of things, and now we are gonna be covering the remaining things in the sense, we may be going through the monitoring of Node.js application. So if there's any Node.js server running, we will be monitoring that, and apart from that particular thing, let's see what all we are gonna be doing. So adding the widgets dashboard, this particular section is already done, and we've even talked about entities and all. Okay, so here we are, and especially when it comes to this, so I have only one device, is that so? Add 3, so this is not that account. So let me log out, and I have to log in with another account, especially in the account where I was just simply working with the what IP address. What, just a sec, IP address changes, but the device name does not change, right? So the device name is gonna be the same. So by the way, we talked about logging, we talked about monitoring and alerting stuff and all. After that, we even logged into Newrelic. We set up some stacks and all, and after that we created a new key and got this stuff done. Ultimately we got the code and we just simply ran. And is this the section? So if I click on all entities, I'm not even sure whether this is the one or not. This is insane. I'm missing something. Missing in the sense, this is not the account that I was working with yesterday, and in that particular account I have the monitoring setup ready. So let me look for the right email, and hopefully I will get that. So I think this could be the one. And after that we learned about hosts and all, how it works, and give you all observability on the host. We've even talked about this. Experimental, we've even gone through this. Newrelic, this is done. Okay, let's see how it's gonna be. Okay, this is the section. So ultimately this device and this device, I had both of them, but it turns out that it is not quite connected right now. So because those devices were just it is not connected, right? Because those devices were stopped yesterday, and because of that, I think the connection got disconnected, if I'm not wrong. So what can I actually do now? Let me go here. I'm gonna get the IP address of this. Okay, so let's simply select this. This is already selected, and once this is selected, I can just simply copy the IP address, and I will be just simply SSHing into the machine. And as for this project, of course, we are gonna be working on this tomorrow. So let's simply stop everything here, and let me make the use of this terminal here. ls/downloads. So here we are. Similarly, I'm gonna be going to downloads from here as well. So downloads. Okay, ls clear. What is the next thing? First of all, we have to SSH into the machine. So sudo ssh Vipendra Ubuntu at this particular IP address. Let me enter this. Of course, yes. And this is gonna be done. And same thing over here as well. So sudo ssh input Vipendra Ubuntu at of course I have to get the ID. So the ID of the second machine, that's gonna be this one. Let's simply copy it, and let's simply go through the same process again. ls, and ultimately it seems to be done. Okay, what is the next thing that we can go with? The next thing is that first of all, checking this thing out, going with the node app. Do we have node app here? cd node app. ls, we don't really have anything here. I think I was about to create the node app yesterday, then I didn't create that, so that's not really a big problem. And as this device is already being monitored, so hopefully this started working. Otherwise I will have to restart it or something. I actually installed Docker in this particular section. So Docker, or maybe sudo docker image, Docker process status. So Docker, that is not running process status for all. So this has been stopped. So I need to run this so that this gets connected to the Newrelic website. Otherwise it's not gonna be working. And ultimately my host machine, that got automatically connected. So as soon as I actually opened my machine, so it automatically got connected, because that was based on the code that was saved on the host machine directly. And as for this particular machine, this particular section, here I actually used a Docker file, Docker image. That simply means I will have to start this Docker image, and as soon as I start this particular Docker process, it will automatically connect it to Newrelic, if I'm not wrong. So right now, what do I have to do? And that is sudo docker start. What will I be starting? I'm gonna be starting this particular process that I have here, and hopefully as soon as this process starts, okay, this has started. So sudo docker process status. This process has started, and the device is 777 at the end. That simply means the another device that we had. So this is the device that just we started right now, and the device with the 55 at the end, that has already been connected. So if I click on this, I'm gonna be shown all the what is status. So kind of all the monitoring status that we get from there, everything is gonna be displayed over here. And it is just simply saying that suddenly the CPU usage has increased. So around 53% CPU usage. Why? In this much saying stop CPU usage. What is, oh yeah, why is that so? What is running in this particular file? CPU usage is too much for some reason. ls I don't really have inside this anything. Docker version, I don't even have that. So what is the process running? Docker stop. What is causing this Newrelic? Ultimately Newrelic is running if I'm not wrong, and when Newrelic runs, it automatically takes this much space. Oh, that wasn't expected. Even I stopped it, this did not work. Message bus. So let's simply go with this Newrelic thing. Agent Amazon. How can I kill all the processes at the same time? Sudo kill all, not this, kill all user Ubuntu. I'm out, and if I try to connect again, let's see. Right now it's not taking that much load. I mean, it doesn't have that much load. So I think something was running, and because of that thing, it was just simply showing me that much CPU usage. But right now it's fine. And coming back to this, it has suddenly decreased. Apart from this particular thing, what was causing this to have that much load? So earlier, how about right now? Is this still connected or not? So let me go back here. So let's simply reload the page. Alright everybody, sorry for that, just the network got disconnected in between, and then I got out of I got kicked out of the live and all, something like that. But okay, that is fine right now. We can just simply go ahead and get go ahead with the things. But there is something like I've been just simply waiting for the details for a project. I haven't got that yet, so it's no use waiting right now. As soon as I get that, I will just simply have a look at that. I'm just simply checking. I think there is a problem. Hello. Yeah, there is some delay, but I hope that's not gonna be too much. And otherwise, let me do one thing. I will have to just simply restart everything, but overall it should be fine. Don't know. I hope everything's clear. Coming back to this particular section, we were here. Let's simply reload the page, and hopefully it's gonna be getting connected. So 2 devices are connected right now, and one of them is showing me the red color. What is the reason behind that? It is mainly for the CPU usage alert, right? So both the devices are connected. One is just facing the CPU usage alert or something. Let's see. So it suddenly raised above 50 and then it dropped again. So this is how it simply went, but it got connected. That's okay. And nothing could be better than this once it got connected. And what is this all about? That is just the color if I'm not wrong. So ultimately both the devices are connected right now. What is the next thing that we can do? Let me open it, and let me click on all entities right now. So ultimately both the devices are connected, and we are just simply monitoring both of them. Again, this is in red color. So sorry, green color. That simply means the CPU usage is not that much. Initially it just went up over 50% or something, and because of that thing I just simply faced the issues. So ultimately these are the two devices that are running right now. And what is gonna be the next step? Let me stop this. I think I'll have to quit this. Lol. I'll have to kill this terminal. I have to kill this as well. ls, and this was the command, like, yeah, okay, I can just simply connect to the device here, like EC2 machine. Oh, is the password wrong? Warning identity. Okay, I'll have to go to CD and download folder, because only over there I have my private key. I was thinking of building AI mock interview platform. Okay, so I was thinking of building a, this was the detail that I was talking about. So I was thinking of building an AI mock. Okay, it's not good to just simply share the number here, but never mind. I will be just simply knowing more about that, or just give me a second. Let me just simply go through that and I'll be back. So what is this? I was thinking of building AI mock interview platform where the user will share his resume and AI will take the mock interviews. Although we won't be using any third-party integration, I will build from scratch from first principles, from SSL to WebSocket to LLM to WebSocket, then to TCS. Okay, like he's sharing quite a lot of information. I would like to even talk to him regarding this. Let's see how it's gonna be going on. I just asked some people for some group projects and all, and they're just simply replying back and all, because it's just that, nothing else. Coming back to this particular section, this is the IP address, and I think that same IP address I had here. Yeah, the same one. I should be able to connect it to the machine. That's already connected. Coming back to this particular section, first of all, CD and downloads, and then this command. Let me paste it here. I think this is not the IP address that I'm actually looking for. So 95, the another one is going to be 96 actually. So let's simply paste it here, and I'm gonna be just simply SSHing into the machine. So okay, here we are. Node app, and what do we have inside this? We don't really have anything else. Okay, so in this particular machine, let me do one thing, and let me go to CD node and ls node index.js. So let me run this particular file. It will just directly increase the load of the machine, so around it will reach over 50% or something. And which is that machine? That is 77, ending with 77. That simply means this one. So in this particular machine, the load should again, it's gonna be increasing suddenly. Apart from this particular thing, let's talk about this one. So what is the next thing that we can do? So far we have been even covered many things. So dashboard, so infrastructure dashboard, this was automatically generated. No, I have some knowledge of LangChain. Okay, just a minute, let me read that well, whatever he texted. So I have some knowledge of LangChain, but I think I have to push my limit and have to use the lang graph for this resume text extractions, and then we can optimize it further, chaining response to minimize latency. I mean stuff. When are you gonna be free? Let's catch up sometime and discuss. Alrighty, this is, I think I should be doing it. And I mean, coding with the people would be better, but let's see how it's gonna be going on. Whatever he will ping you after 30 most probably. Okay, so what time is it? It's 12. 13 means, I think it's 53, so it's ultimately gonna be around 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How do we calculate that? Okay, got that. 13 less than 13 March, got it. Alrighty then, sorry for the blank screen, because I was just simply confirming the timing and all, and that took a while. By the way, coming back to this particular section, dashboard, it's already 10th March. And if I go to this infrastructure dashboard, so ultimately there are many dashboards that you get, and they are gonna be just simply telling you about your machine and all. So if I just simply select this Linux one, so what will this do? First of all, I can set up the guide, or already set up this data source. Set up this guide. What will this do? It will just simply ask me to select, and once I've selected, then like this one, then it will give me the code, generate the key, give me the code, just simply keep it there. So this is I don't want. So let's click on done. What will happen? Dashboard was successfully deployed. Okay, view dashboard. So I think I'm gonna be getting the information over here from which device. Where is this coming from right now? Average CPU percentage. Let me simply click on view query and select average sample CPU operating system Linux, set 1 hour timestamp series. So Linux, I'm not sure where this is coming from. Like I did not really set anything, and as for this particular thing, suddenly jump and then coming back to this level, CPU average. I mean, even if we are setting some dashboards, right? So when it comes to that particular dashboard, so I'm not sure which device, the data from which device is actually coming here right now and getting this. But let's see. So I have two devices right here, and both of them are being monitored, and in that case this is of the first one, and the duration is around 1 hour if I'm not wrong, 60 minutes. So this is how it looks like. So this is definitely not that one, and apart from this particular thing I have another one. So let's simply go here, all IntelliJ, and I can just simply select this device, and let's see how it just simply renders the things. And right now I just simply generated this one. If I go to the dashboard, so I think that's my problem, because it was actually giving me the options to just simply connect it to a particular host machine, but I didn't really connect. Oh, not really, just a sec. It is actually asking me to select the devices. Amazing job. Sorry. So if I actually go to the dashboard, and if I select this infrastructure dashboard thing over here, so as soon as I clicked on this particular thing, so first of all it will just simply showing me the information. Apart from this particular info here, it is just simply combining both the things together. In the sense like it is 5-minute load average grouped by host. So it is just simply grouping the things and all, and just simply shows the info. If I simply click select this, okay, this is not gonna be it's not gonna matter much, but over here this is overall simple thing. I mean this alright everybody, finally back here. The thing is that recently for some reason I think 5G connection got disconnected, and because of that thing I've been just simply facing the network issue terribly. Okay, so I think this should not be problematic now anymore, and I can just simply get started. That's been pretty much crazy. First of all, the mobile got disconnected. After that, the 5G started just simply playing with me, and then it just keeps going on like that. Hopefully right now everything's going well, and as for the live, right now yeah, everything's fine. So let's simply continue. Thanks to this auto stop thing, because of that thing, even if I got disconnected, the live wasn't stopped. Okay, coming back to this particular thing, the instances are already running. I have to just simply connect to them, and let's simply get the things done really quick. Don't really have a lot of time, just have 3 hours for this, so why not get it done really quick. This is how it's gonna be going on. CD downloads and ls, same is gonna be here, CD downloads, because I'm gonna be connecting to 2 machines right now. So let's simply clear everything from here. Similarly, then sudo ssh into the machine ubuntu @ again I need the IP address, sudo ssh into the machine vipendra ubuntu @ and I need the IP address. Coming back to this one, the IP address of this machine is gonna be this one. Let's simply copy it from here, paste it here. Let's simply enter the password, ls stop. What is running here? It seems like there is a one command, Last time I started one index.html here, so that's the same file that's running, and that is overall consuming 50% of the space CPU uses. Okay, and as for this one, let's simply select the new device, IP address, paste it here, enter, and inside this one I'm actually gonna be running a node application, and yeah, that's gonna be running here, and let's see how it's gonna be going on. I will be monitoring everything inside node. So this is the overall thing is right now. And apart from this particular thing, if I try to just monitor everything, so let's go to Newrelic, that is already being monitored. So I have to just simply log in with which ID? I think Vipendra 333, if I'm not wrong. I should be logged in automatically. That's a good thing. So hopefully right now I'm not gonna be facing the network issue at all, and everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Okay, gonna be great. By the way, two machines are being monitored, like they are the EC2 machines and all. Switch to fresh new experience. We infused our new design with vibrant colors and faster. Okay, try it out. Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. This is the new UI. Yeah, I think this does look better. So feeling nostalgic, new design. Okay, got it. So if I click on this and new design, how did I look like? Okay, so it actually looked like this earlier, and if I click on this now, and where should I be clicking now? That option is gone. Okay, let's wait for that option. Hello, the advanced computed add-on get access must be provisioned on your account to Newrelic AI associated tools. Okay, let's get rid of this. From where can I get the same option again? I think from here. Yeah, let's simply switch to new design, and this is how it looks like. Not bad. And what is this? Applications meet the new way to discover organization. Okay, let's keep this thing aside. Let's go to dashboard. When it comes to dashboard, so I have these three dashboard. As for this Linux one, this got generated, but I'm not sure this is connected to any device, but it is showing me some status, monitoring status and all. So I don't know where this result is coming from. So though I'm getting this result, but how can I check the exactly from which device it's actually coming from? So CPU percentage. Is this the combination of both of them? I'm not sure. Even it was giving me the option of connecting to a device, but I didn't really do that. That was my bad. I should have done that, but okay, never mind. Done editing. And if I click on expand, predict, return, get image, query, copy dashboard, duplicate and all, query. And in this particular case here, if I just simply remove this whole thing from here, select everything from there, and since this, run the query. We couldn't fetch your data. Okay, query operating is gonna be Linux. I mean, query operating Linux. Let's remove this time limit as well. Run it again. So this is the data that I'm getting, right? So just a sec. So AP South 1A availability, AWS availability zone. So the data is actually coming from there, where operating system is Linux. So it has all that information only, and when it has all that information, so in that case, infrastructure, app name, version name, ID, availability zone, score, count. Okay, this is fine. CPU percentage, CPU, disk. How can I just say there should be entity GUID? Okay, right, this is the one. So ultimately I'm getting both of them. Amazing job. So I have this, this may be the first device, this may be the second one. So this way I'm being shown the result of both the devices. So ultimately the result I'm getting here, that actually belongs to two devices. Okay, and this is the average average CPU uses of them. And apart from this particular thing, this is the first one. And so CPU system percentage, average, ultimately they show the average disk free space, So ultimately this is the combination from both, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I will be knowing more about it. Overall this is clear. Even I can create my own dashboard for each devices, so even that's not really a big problem. Each machines ultimately, not even the devices. And then APM in services, there's nothing. How about this dashboard thing? So inside this dashboard I have all my dashboards. If I click on all entities, so over here I will be getting my machines and all, and I will have all the info regarding them. And if I click on integration, so I will be able to integrate something new, but for that thing I need to have my node application. So the next job is gonna be monitoring the node, but before that thing I will have to create that. And from here I can just simply select any specific feature that I want to go into, and logs, even this needs to be done, and that will only be done when I have actually integrated I have actually integrated the logging thing in the node. And over here I am getting some nodes because they are coming from the Ubuntu machine. So the logs that I'm actually getting, where will I be getting the current ones? I think this is the one. What is the timestamp? 142, 148, 1141. Yeah, so this is the current one. So deactivated successfully system activity account tool. Okay, attributes. So these logs are mainly from the Linux machine, if I'm not wrong, because ultimately from there only it is able to get the logs. And as for just simply filtering them, what all options do I have? I have patterns here, then I have drop filters, parsing, data partitions, obfuscations, I don't know how to pronounce that, obfuscation. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. By the way, if I click on the logs over here, most of the things should be handled from here only. And from here I can just simply select the errors if I can get. So the type is going to be the error. So what I mean, type error, I should be getting only errors if I just do that, but it turns out there are no errors, so that's okay. So ultimately this type does work, but ultimately there are no errors. So what can I do right now? The next thing that I can actually do is start monitoring a Node.js app, and let's see how it's gonna be going on. Okay, so what do I need to do next? Just a minute. I will actually have to write the code for Node.js. Overall things are fine, understandable. Let's move to the next step. And the next step is gonna be exploring the dashboard. We have already done that. After that, what do we need to do? After that, the goal of the monitoring to make sure if there are spikes in some metrics, users get informed via call, message, or stack. Okay, that's fine. What is this all about? So this create alert, we already did it yesterday. We even created a alert threshold, and if the CPU actually reaches, goes over 50%, we will be informed. Create an alert, attach it to the policy, add a notification to the policy, email or stack. Yeah, that's what we've done already yesterday. And then let's talk about NRQL, Newrelic query language, is a SQL like a query. Okay, let's talk about this later. First of all, I'm gonna be monitoring my node application. So how can I do that? I will be talking about this NRQL. Before even that, NRQL is here, and Newrelic entities, dashboard, alerts, APM, Winston logger, metrics. So ultimately there's a lot. But before anything else, what I want to just go with, just a minute, getting some kinds of, it doesn't really matter. Let's simply focus on one thing at a time. So coming back to this integration and agents, I'm gonna be selecting this node section, and once I've selected that, on host, Docker, Kubernetes, AWS Lambda, Ansible, I'm gonna be going with on host. That simply means let me generate the key. Once the key is generated, let's continue from here on. The name of your application, that's gonna be my node server or node app, that doesn't really matter. So this is gonna be there. By the way, the name is gonna be just a minute, whatever name we have here, the same name gets added over here, and I think with the help of the name it is able to recognize. There are keys as well, but okay. and it is just simply saying that first of all I will have to install Newrelic on my node application, so using npm and of course. So let's simply get this thing done. So what will I do? I'm here and let me get connected to the device and ls, and let me create a mkdir node app, and that is 55. So the device kind of host name is ends with 55 at the end, so just keep that particular thing in mind as well. cd node app, and what is the next thing? I have to just simply create a server, right? So do I have node here? Well, I don't have. What is the easiest way to get the node? Simply search node.js, simply click on download node, simply copy the commands and paste them over there. So the commands are here, simply copy it, coming back to this particular section, paste all the commands, and then this is going to be done. And hopefully, first of all, let's simply monitor this node, and after that we will be talking about something else or the other. Okay, so this is done. Apart from this particular thing, npm init, I should have said okay, stop, y for all, ls package.json touch index.js. This is how it's gonna be going on. vi index.js. So what will I be doing? Import. It's gonna be pretty simple application, right? It will have some of the routes and all. So express from express. After that const app is gonna be equals to express const. Let's, as for the port number, that's directly gonna be 3000 port. Coming back to this one, app dot get slash health check. So ultimately this is how it's gonna be going on. As for this particular section, I'm gonna be back here, and one thing is missing, a request response. Coming back to this particular thing, response dot send. Okay, this is gonna be quite fine, response dot send. Okay, so this particular thing is done, and am I gonna be able to do anything here? So just keeps. That is it. Let's simply go ahead, and as for this one, let me add this like whatever this is, this punctuation mark, and after that app.get slash. What is the next thing? There are gonna be some errors as well, right? Even I need to use a logger here. That's insane, but let me do one thing. The whole code is going to be written on the VS Code, and then I'm gonna be copying and pasting the stuff, because I'm gonna be using where can I save it? VS Code. Let me go here. First of all, I'm gonna be writing the code on my machine, and then after that I will just simply copy and paste the code from here and there. So what can I do? Inside projects, let's simply create a folder test, and once I created that, after that it's gonna be pretty simple code, and once this is done, after that it's time to just simply initialize node here. So pretty simple, ls. Ultimately I have to write the code. Why not write the code here and then just simply copy paste the things, npm init. And of course, if I want to even log the data, in that case we will have to use a multer for that, but let's see how that's gonna be done. For now, what can I do? nps pkg set type is gonna be module. Is this gonna be right? I think this way pkg is going to be installed. I had a command in my mind, but okay, I forgotten that. Package. Let me make it node module, and first of all, what they are asking you to do, if I go here, first of all they are just simply saying that you will have to install Newrelic on your machine. So okay, let's do that. Not here, of course, on my which machine? I think this is the one. Yeah, okay, this is problematic. Let's simply okay, thank god I even left right now, because I did not open this file using sudo, and because of that thing I would not be able to edit anything here. ls, and for right now what I'll be doing, let's simply install npm install Newrelic and save as a dev dependency. So it's going to be installed over here, and just after that what they are gonna be asking me to do, they're just simply saying that no, name the app, and after that I have to add this thing, or ultimately I have to run this thing. And once I'm running that, that's it, and I have to import Newrelic at the top. Once this is done, start your application main module with the Newrelic command. So Newrelic app main app and this stuff. Ultimately I have to run this particular command to start Newrelic, and using ECMAScript do this and then do this. I have to run the same thing at the end of the day. Your main file name, it needs to be here, and things are gonna be working fine. Okay, but before even that I have to create the file, right? So let me create a index.js over here. Import, again I need to import express. Okay, it turns out it got logged out. Nope. So npm install express. We just need express over here, nothing else. So once we have the express, we can just simply get started. Okay, once we have the express, import express from express. This is how it's gonna be going ahead. As for the naming, and it's gonna be pretty simple server. First of all, it will have some computational stuff as well. So const app, that's gonna be, let's simply write it really quick. This const, or better name it like this, and that's gonna be 3000 app.get health check. I'm gonna be just simply returning okay from here. So response.send. Okay, so this is the first thing. Apart from this particular thing, app.get slash compute, and compute request response, it will be mainly used for computing the stuff. So for that I is gonna be equals to 0, I should be less than 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 I plus plus, just like this. And apart from this particular thing, response.send computation is over, as simple as that. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. What is the problem? The problem with this comma, so let me just simply replace this. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Apart from this particular thing, app.get slash logs. I'm gonna be getting different types of logs from here. So some of them are gonna be success logs, some of them are gonna be failure logs, and again for the logs I will have to use multer. So let me go here, search multer. Let me make it really quick. The overall setup should be ready, so that I don't have it to be back here again and again and get the things done. By the way, it's gonna be done. Apart from this particular thing, once I have multer, after that not multer, sorry. sorry, that is not multer, that is what is that? Logger. So what do we call that? Logger for Node.js. npm install logger. How does it work? This is not the one. There was a what was the name of that? Multer. That's not multer. Multer is mainly used for uploading the images and all. So what can that be? Winston. Come on. Here I already have it. Let's simply click on this. So let's simply install Winston. So click on this. The Winston is going to be installed. So once the Winston is actually installed, and after that I have to just simply set the logger here, right? So when it comes to setting the logger, So let's simply go here. Again, this needs to be here, doesn't need to go anywhere. I just need to have logger somewhere here. So const logger is gonna be equals to create logger. For that thing I need to import it from Winston. So Winston dot create logger. So import Winston from Winston. Oh re bhai. Winston from Winston, just like this. Once I have this, so Winston dot create logger, just like this. And what all do I need to do? First of all, label is gonna be info by default. So let's simply set to the info, and after that format, then Winston dot format. So Winston dot format dot, let's keep it simple for now. Later I will be just simply changing this thing as well. And that thing is not needed. As for transports, I hope I'm doing it the right way. I need an array. Okay, after that okay, where all am I gonna be transporting it? First one is gonna be new Winston dot transports what Winston dot transports dot file, and file name is gonna be error.log. So ultimately this is gonna be the file name, and all the error messages are gonna be here. So if I just simply keep it simple, so this is gonna be the file name error.log, and what I want, label is gonna be what, label. Oh, this should be working fine. Yeah, file name is gonna be error.log, and label is gonna be error. So all the error messages are gonna be here. level, sorry, that should be label is gonna be there. It simply means so everything above info is gonna be I can get the logs. I mean everything above info is gonna be available, even including info. So everything including and above info is gonna be available. So above info we get info, then we get one, and then we get error, I think, if I'm not wrong. So these three things we get. So we can call logger dot these particular methods, and then Winston dot format dot simple, I'm gonna be just getting simple errors, and this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. Apart from this particular thing, new Winston dot transports dot file, not like this, dot file, and the remaining errors, where should they go? So file name is gonna be combined dot log. So combined dot log. So it's simple. The format is gonna be simple. That simply means I will just simply be getting the error name, and info in the sense everything above info. So what comes after info? I have info. After that I have warning. After that I have error. So ultimately these types of logs I will be able to have here. And apart from this particular thing, these are going to be transported to the error messages are going to be transported to the error log file, and all the messages are going to be transported here. Not only this, new Winston dot transports dot console, some messages need to be transported to the console as well. Console in the sense, of course, your local console. So they are going to be transported there. And I can even have this particular command. It is just simply saying that if process dot env dot node, if that's not equals to production, then only I need to have the what logger dot add new Winston transports console, and format is gonna be Winston dot format dot simple. So it is just simply saying this, that the logger that you have, that's great. And if process dot env dot node env, if that's not equals to production, in that case what will I be doing? If that's not equals to production, that means I'm the development section, development mode, and in that case I'm gonna be just simply say that the logger that I have, I'm gonna be adding one more thing there. And what will that more thing? I'm gonna be adding new Winston. Ultimately this transport is gonna be added there. So new Winston dot transports, just like this, dot console, and inside this I can define the format. And what is the format? Format is gonna be simple. So Winston dot format dot simple. Again, what else format can be here? I can have simple format, I can have JSON format, I can have combined format. So combined format, inside this combined format I can just simply create the combined format and all. So there can be many formats, but this is not needed right now because I'm directly using this console thing over here. Okay, now it's time to check whether it actually works and all. So how will I be checking? When I just send any request to this particular thing, first of all, when everything gets over, so logger.info computation is done. So this is just gonna be the info message. Similarly, clg, not clg, logger.info health check is okay, just like this, just logging the values. But when I come here in this logger section, so over here, what const, how can I generate the random values? Okay, I can generate the random values. So const random number, I will just simply get the random number, and once I got the random number, how will I get that? Math dot random, just like this, but it will give me 0 to 1. In that case, what can I do? Once I got this random number, I will multiply it by suppose 10. So till 9 I will be getting the number, and I will just simply say math.flow and this math.random. So this way I will be getting the random numbers. CLG logs, sorry, not logs, actually random numbers. Let me even get the random numbers right now, and after that I will be just simply having the things. ls, let's simply run npm run dev. Can't really, it won't work. Why won't it work? Mainly because the package.json, I need to have this start file over here, or dev. Let's have it start because it's gonna be on production, and node index.js, this is how it's gonna be going ahead. npm run start, it will be just simply, oh well, it doesn't work because I'm not listening for that. So coming back to this particular thing, app.listen port. Okay, let's keep going on. CLG server is listening on port, port. So this is how it's gonna be going on. ls npm run dev. Amazing job, CLG. I did get the log, but what kind of log did I get? There are no logs as such. Okay, let's see, Control W, and this did not run as expected. And what could be the reason behind this? Missing dev. Okay, npm run start, so it's gonna be started, and once it is started, if I go to this localhost 3000/logs right now, okay, just here, so I got 1. Let me select it again, or let me do one thing, I'm gonna be returning the response from here as well. So if I just simply stop it, come back to this particular section, especially here, response.send, I'm gonna be sending the random number. Once this is done, let's simply start it again, coming back to this particular section, localhost 3000/logs. Okay, so I got 7. Okay, so till 9 I'm getting the random numbers, so from 0 to till 9, and that's okay. And what I have to do over here, I have to just simply say that if I have to just simply return the logs, right? That they can be success logs, they can be failure logs. So random number, if that's divided by 2 and that's triple equals to 0, in that case what will I do? CLG, not CLG actually, info logger.info successfully divided by divided divided by 2, else logger.else fail to be divide by 2. This is how it's gonna be going on. Even if I keep this much only, so random number percentage 2, that simply means I'm gonna be getting 0. So yeah, let's keep it 000 here, it's easy to understand. I can even make it just the opposite, but okay, this is fine. And once this much is done, response dot send successfully completed the completed the process. Ultimately, call it anything, it doesn't really matter. Something needs to be returned, that's it, nothing else. So this much I've done. Logging is working if I'm not wrong. Not sure. Let's simply run it again, and I hope this time the logging thing is gonna be working. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Coming back to this one. So yeah, I have the error messages as well as I have the info messages. Coming back to this, so inside errors I will have only errors, error by divided by 2 and all, and then inside combined I will have all the combined messages. So this thing is working fine. What is the next thing? Oh, interesting. Now the next thing is that copy everything from here to there, as simple as that. So this was the main file. ls, again I have to connect it to my device, EC2 machine one more time. ls and cd node app. I'm inside this, and first of all inside this what all do I need to install? Express, Multer and Winston. I don't need Multer, I just need Winston. So npm install Express and Winston. These need to be installed, and after that I'm gonna be copying the whole code from here. So let's simply copy it all. Coming back to this particular file, ls and vi, and even better sudo vi index.js, and once I'm inside this, control shift v, the whole code is pasted over here. Let's simply save it, ls. So it's been saved, and once it is done, I'm gonna be just simply running it over here. And just running is not enough. Even if I start running, I will be just getting the logs. So let's do that anyway, and as I'm doing it on this device, so it's gonna be great. So let's check this. Node, not even node, npm run start. So what is the problem? Missing start. Yeah, so sudo, I think I can directly open with vi package-json, vi package.json, and what do I need to do? I need to go here and I need to change this to start, and this particular section. Okay, it's pretty simple. Node index.js, this is how it's gonna be going on. Let's simply save it, ls npm start, npm run start. Oh, cat package.json. There is a problem. What is the problem? vi package.json input. Let me change the module here, and that should be, type is gonna be module, ls npm run start. Still getting the problem. Invalid package json this character failed to parse JSON. Not package.json must be actual JSON, not just JavaScript. Package.json must be actual JSON, not just JavaScript. Cat package.json. Oh, sorry. I think I'm missing something. vi package.json, and turns out, yeah, definitely I'm missing. So input this. I think this will be working fine. I save it. If I run npm run start, this does not seem to be working well. In that case, let me do one thing to just simply make it simpler. I can copy this JSON file from here. Okay, there needs to be only one. Okay, sorry, I can fix it. Let me remove this file. This thing is done, and most probably if I just simply save it this time, it's gonna be working. npm run start, right now it is running, and it is running on an EC2 machine, and I'm not exporting port 3000 on for that particular EC2 machine, so I need to go here. And what is the name of that machine? The name is actually 55. I mean 55 watt. 55 is the host name. At last, this is the one, IP 55 and all. Okay, got it. So what can I do now? Once this much is done, let me do one thing. Go to security and just change the inbound rules. Port 3000 is not allowed, so I'm just simply gonna be changing it really quick so that port 3000 is actually allowed, and I can just simply check it. This edit inbound rules. Custom, this is gonna be port 3000 from anywhere. Save it. Once it is actually saved, now I can go back here. I can just simply copy the URL, I mean IP address. Let's be back here on 3000 slash health check. Here we are. Okay, so that's great, we are getting the result. And the next thing is that computation is the route ROM. What is the name of the route here? Okay, here we are. Compute, not computation, not really a big problem. Let me make it a compute, just this much. Computation is over. It was quite quick, really quick. Never expected this to be this quick, but okay, as this is quick, so it is. By the way, if I go to my this setup right now, and the next thing is that I have to do this much, and if I just leave it right now, I'm not gonna be getting it again if I'm not wrong. So let me copy it and let me import it there. So if I come back here, ls and sudo vi index.js. So ultimately at the top I'm supposed to be keeping this import as well. So input just here, let's simply paste it. Import Newrelic. Once it is here, what is the next thing that I have to do? Save it. After that, this is the command that I need to just simply run that. What will this command do? This command will simply be used for monitoring my process or something. Will be able to get all the logs. Hopefully this will be like that, but let's see. And especially for getting the logs, I will have to change something that I'm missing, but let's see. I'm gonna be just figuring that out. For now, what will I do? I will go to vi package json, and inside this particular section, now I'm mainly gonna be replacing the whole this script with this one, and file name is gonna be index.js over here. This file, this code has been provided by the this has been provided by directly Newrelic itself, as I made changes. And let's name it my node app, so that it's just one string, and over here I will be changing it as well. And this is just a name, and it needs to be same as to this one, whatever I saved here, and that is it. Once this much is done, then you have to just simply save it. So ultimately, instead of running it directly, I will be running first of all, I'm gonna be exporting these things from here, and then I'm gonna be running it using a node experimental loader and all. So ultimately this command has directly been provided by that, so I don't even need to worry about anything. And let's simply continue. Once I continued, I will have to even run it. So npm run start. Hopefully it will start running, and right now of course it is running on port 3000. And this time what can I do? I can just simply check the connection from here. Checking the connection, it will just simply send a request to the Node.js process, and it will be checking whether everything's right and whether it is actually able to connect it to Node.js, and it is able to monitor the processes over there. And once it is done, then that's okay. I have to just simply monitor the logs after that. Okay, so this particular thing is done, and turns out, yeah, it's successfully connected. So right now I should be able to see the logs. So what is actually happening? Let me do one more thing here. though it is able to monitor my logs, like my Node.js application, and there's no data as such right now. Issues, deployment service, I mean these are the things here. But if I actually go to logs here, these are the logs from the device that are directly coming here. So in that case, what can I do? Session closed for user root and all. So what to do to just simply get the logs of the Node.js process? There is a property, I forgot that, so let me just simply check that thing out too. So Winston logger, I think I need to go here. How to enable logs in for Node.js in Newrelic. Let's simply check this thing out. Node.js agent logs context Newrelic documentation. So Node.js configuration with Winston, and at the end of the day, the Newrelic formatter can be used individually combined with other formatters final format. So let's simply import it here. Once it is actually imported, Newrelic format, okay, this is just for enriching that, so that's not really a big problem. The overall thing, how can I get it working? Let the agent decorate the logs. Select the agent Winston. Let's simply click on this. It simply tells me about Winston only. Coming back to this one, Node.js agent logs in context. There are three ones. Winston, I hope whatever, Pino, Banyan, and simplest way could be this application logging. Yeah, this is the one. So Newrelic JS application logging for wording enabled. Environment variable can be this. Newrelic application logging for wording enabled. So I have to just simply paste it there, and that is it. So this is the thing that I need to have. So copy it from here. And what will I be doing here? As this is running, so let me even send some of the request from here. So sending the request in the sense, let's keep sending requests like these. Apart from this particular thing, let's have some logs here as well. Logs successfully completed 1 2 3 4, get on the dance floor. Okay, done. Come back to this one. So ultimately these are the logs that I've got. And apart from this particular thing, health check is already done. Compute health check. Health check. Okay, 1 2 3 4. If I go to Newrelic right now and check out the dashboard for what, let's check out the entities. And when it comes to entities, so right now I have three things. I have a service running, that is my node app, and I have 2 host machines. So I'm gonna be monitoring my node app, and it suddenly got lots of requests, so but they are not visible here. That's bad. It doesn't have any load on itself. That's so bad. Okay, but apart from this particular thing, let me just monitor the logs. Logs are not gonna be visible over here, if I'm not wrong. Okay, they are actually being monitored automatically. Didn't know that they are gonna be monitored automatically. I don't have to set anything here. So I think they are enabled by default. So if I just simply check out the package.json file here, let me stop it for a while, and sudo package.json, sudo nahi, cat package.json. So if I check this thing out, so ultimately as you start monitoring it, so it automatically enables the log as well, and because of that thing you are just simply getting the logs there too. Okay, that's a good thing. What else can I do? The next thing that I can do here, that is making the compute process a little computational. So sudo vi index.js, and input mode, let me be back here. Let me create some numbers from here. So maybe how many numbers? 1 2 3, matlab 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is how it's gonna be going on. ls then npm run start. It's gonna be started right now. I just hope that it computation is gonna be taking a bit time. So let me go to compute again. Locks are working, even I'm able to get the locks directly on over there. Trading. It's quite quick, more than it should be, but what quick? I'm not getting any locks here. Okay, just a sec. ls cat index.js. I'm definitely logging it right here. So logger.info computation is done, and when it comes to it should be logged here as well to the console, and not only that, it should be logged here as well. But I just have this health check, okay, nothing else. That means that computation section is not running well. That's great. So in that case, what can I do? I'll have to check out the things. So slash compute request response for let I is gonna be 0. I should be less than these numbers. I plus plus every time. Then logger info computation is done. Response dot send computation is over. I think it will not wait for it to finish. I think usually it should do that. So when the computation actually gets over, so I should be getting some logging values that I'm not getting actually. So there's something definitely that I'm missing. npm run dev. It is running right now. If I come back here, if I localhost compute reload the page, this thing got done. Did I get anything here? Nope. Oh bro, what am I missing? Computation is over. It should be taking some time, but it is not taking time at all. This particular section is working fine too when it comes to the logs. I'm actually getting the logs if I'm not wrong. So if I go here, logs, that's it. 1 2 3 4, and not even getting the logs right now. So experimental warning, experimental loader may be removed in the future. Instead use a register import data javascript import register module import this mjs pass to url. Okay, even if it is listening, I'm not getting anything here. Coming back to this Winston, health check 0. Okay, initially I got these logs, but then slowly I stopped getting them. Let me reload the page. Logs. Okay, so initially I did get the logs, but slowly I mean at the end of the day I'm not getting them for some reason. Why is that so? I stop. There is no specific region. Okay, let me run it one more time. Most probably should not be. Cat package.json. So this is what I have over here. My node app, this is the key, so it should be working fine. So especially if I'm running it npm run start. So but if I stop it, I think some processes are still running, the previous one. Oh, I know it now. Even if I'm running just this is messy. I'm gonna be back like how long let me get it done right here. Just got a call and I have to get that work done now anyhow, and he's gonna be doing crazy things. Just a minute, just a second, then it's gonna be done. So in this particular case, what was the number from which I got the call right now? That was 27, right? Yeah. Alrighty, this got done. Just a minute, let me make a call again, and just after 30 seconds, I'm gonna be back. हेलो मम्मा, आचर किसे डाला हूँ, पैसा इसी में डाल दीजिए अगली बार से, इसी नंबर पे। ओके ठीक है। ओके ओके, फाइनली हियर वी आर, लेट्स गेट गोइंग। Sorry for that, I just keep getting the calls in between, and the thing is that unfortunately I can't even ignore them. So okay, never mind, it just keeps going on. Coming back to this, let's simply get started. So I was here, and for some reason even this is not working, so things are I know the reason exactly why it's not working, sorry for that. So the thing is that previous process is already running somewhere in the machine, and because of that thing, the new ones that I'm running, they're not being checked. That's the main reason behind this. And what I can do to get rid of this problem is that whatever these are the Ubuntu related processes are running, I'm gonna be just simply killing them. So I can say sudo kill all where user is gonna be Ubuntu. This is how it's gonna be going on. It's gonna be disconnected, that's all right, but ultimately this should be just simply getting the job done. ls cd node app ls, and right now if I run npm run start, it should be working. It should be working in the sense I should be getting the response over here. So if I just simply reload it one more time, successfully completed. Coming back to this particular thing, it was all about logs, right? So I should be getting the logs here, shouldn't I? I should be getting, but I'm not getting. What is the problem? Initially when I ran it for the first time, it was fine. Cat Newrelic log, what is this? Oh my god. Clear ls remove rf Newrelic log. Let me remove them. Apart from this particular thing, everything's fine. And stop. So when it comes to this stop thing, so I actually want to stop all the Ubuntu processes, and they are these that are actually running. So I can say, let me do one thing one more time, kill all the user Ubuntu ls broken pipe, that's fine. Let me just simply log in, and if I actually try to send the request, some way it's still running that. So even if I stopped it, it did not get stopped. So there is a process in the EC2 machine that is still running. So stop, and that is the only thing that's getting monitored here. So mostly it is running on port 3000. So what is the problem? It could be because of this thing. So let me do one thing, F9 enter. Ubuntu, these are the processes that are running. By mistake I'm clicking F10. Never mind, let me give it one more try. So this is the one, F9 enter, F9 enter, F9 enter. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be like that. Bro, what is the problem? I stopped it. When I'm running it again, it's not being monitored. Having said that, this is some way or the other running it local host. Ah, my crazy. Literally, you've got to be kidding me. This is localhost 3000. Close this, crazy man. Ah, that's why I've been thinking that I'm almost doing the right thing. Why isn't it even getting connected? Let's check out the history. And from here, अब ये क्या है? I think I need to just exit. Now this is fine. Let's simply enter this and ls. And if I actually go there, get the IP address. I've been checking the result of the local machine, and I've been working with the EC2 machine, that is actually the server that has been hosted, deployed and all. Coming back to this particular section, this is the IP address 3000/logs. Let's check this thing out. No connection. That's great. That's what I wanted. And what is the problem here? ls cd node app ls and npm run start should be enough to get the job done. Once this is done, I can come back here again, reload the page. Right now I'm getting this here. Reload, come back here. I'm getting the logs here. Okay, for some reason I'm getting some other stuff too. But having said that, if I check this thing out, I should be getting the new logs. And congratulations, or yeah, these are the new logs that I've got over here. Apart from this particular thing, if I come back here, if I just get the computation done, so compute done. So compute is gonna be taking some time. It's still taking time. I increased from 9 number to 10 numbers, 10 digits. Now it is just taking a lot of time, and that is really a good thing, because if you just have a look at here inside the all entities, so the computation time is suddenly gonna just jump. So because of this thing, there's gonna be a lot of load on the server. So if I just show you this my node app, so it will directly jump. So at least we are able to integrate this. We are able to just simply like know the stuff here. What else could be better than this? So ultimately this is how it's gonna be going on. So just a while ago I had the jump in what web transactions time. Then we have updates, we have throughout, and we we have throughput, we have errors, and ultimately yeah, we did have some of the errors here in this particular section here. And this is how it's been going on. You can know more about it. Ultimately this is how CPU uses it, and right now CPU uses, let me just send lots of requests here. So this is the 1, control C, 2 and 3. Let's see the computational power now, how much it's gonna be able to handle. Done. So if I go to this particular section here now, reload the page, issue is critical high. Okay, let me reload this one as well and see the current graph, like current computational status, monitoring status, because there's suddenly a lot of load on the CPU. I've sent so many requests, and some of them are still in the progress, in the process. So hopefully here there's sudden jump in the users. So there are like 3500 milliseconds there's been transactions, and there's been sudden spike in the web transactions that I've been getting. And there are things like a deployment servers levels. I can just even set up them. Critical 1230 node since lost for 10 minutes, low application throughput. I think in between I stopped it, and because of that thing it is just simply telling me that you stopped your app for few minutes and all. And yeah, because of that thing it's simply telling me this. And this sudden spike we are getting here. And transactions are what? These are the transactions that we have. So we have compute transaction, we have logs transaction, we have health check transaction. This compute transaction slowest trace, it is just simply saying that when it comes to this compute transaction, so it took around 13.3 seconds to just simply response back, and logs and health check was really quick. So this is the this is the route that's taking a lot of time to just simply return the response. So it's great here. Apart from this particular thing, you can just simply click on the logs and you will be getting the logs. So if I just simply show you this thing right here, wait for a while, hold tight, we are fetching your data. I mean, I'm facing my data. So here you are just simply getting all the logs, so all the errors and everything else you are getting over here. So ultimately things are done like this. And now if you want to, suppose something went wrong and if you want to check all the logs, so you can just simply come here, you can just simply check out the logs and all with the help of the timestamp. And if you want to just simply query, so type or I can say label is gonna be what? Label is gonna be error label. So let's simply select the second one. Let's simply select enter, and then you will only be getting your errors. So here it is, at this particular time the errors were here at 12:20. And what is this 12:20? I think this is a USA based time or something. And then at this time we got the errors. And if we talk about, yeah, USA based, because I selected that only. So at this particular time we got these errors. So in this way, if your server is down and you got some errors, and maybe your server is not working as expected, so you can just simply come to the Newrelic and you can just simply check the errors, exactly what kind of errors you are facing, at what time your server is actually going is actually taking a lot of time to just respond. Not only that, if you click on summary, so you will even see which route is actually taking a lot of time to respond, how long that's actually taking. So over here, if you check this particular thing out, just check this thing out. So it is simply telling you that this computer route is taking a lot of time to just simply get the response back. So it's just like that. And there are many more things through output, get compute. So these are the requests that came. So 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, and overall it took 14 seconds, 13 seconds, and at the end of the day it will be returning you the average. And dismiss, only show the results with and what is this segment breakdown? So this must be something. So overall we are able to integrate it. Ultimately what we are able to do, we are actually able to first of all host a server online, and then when the server is running, we are able to monitor how that server is actually performing and all. So that's great, nothing could be better than this. And in future of course we will dig deeper into it. So far we've done this much, and apart from this particular thing there is one last thing. You can even set the critical alert that if Brave transactions goes over this particular if the transaction time, that means return response is actually goes above 3.500 milliseconds and all, in that case you have to just simply alert me that okay, it's taking a lot of time to just simply send the response and all. Overall it should be a few milliseconds to just simply respond, but if it takes a lot of time, then I should be informed and I should be alerted. So this is how it simply goes. Okay, apart from this particular thing, now it's time to talk about NRQL. We have talked about quite a lot. So what is NRQL? Let me show you that. NRQL is a query language just like SQL, but the thing is that this NRQL is used for simply showing the graphs. So the graphs that you are getting, behind all those graphs there is a query that is running, and because of that query only you are able to just see all the stuff over here. So if I go to my all entities and let's simply go through this node app only, everything's actually connected. And so first of all, it is just simply telling me that this has been the transaction time. So 12 seconds, this is gonna be the on average. Okay, I'm gone. Why I'm gone? Because I selected a time frame, and that time frame is how much? From this time to this time. So let me make it 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. So I can select this particular time frame if I want. So I'm gonna be selecting this time frame, and I will be just shown the data related to that only. And this way I will be able to just simply dig deeper into it, as simple as that, through output. So it is just simply telling me that okay, this much time it took and all, average time, okay, never mind. And I'm yet to explore it well, but there is something called deployment setup now. So what will this be used for? Change tracking. Well, I'm not gonna be going with this. How about the second one, service levels? Okay, add baselines, service level objectives. We are creating SLIs. SLIs successfully created. What is this? We are creating SLIs and SLOs for this entity. What is this all about? Never mind, doesn't matter what is gonna be creating. Overall things we have done. And right now we are gonna be talking about NRQL. So Newrelic, NRQL in the sense Newrelic query language, just the way we have XQL, structured query language. What did it create? Node app latency, node app success. So it just simply tells me about latency. So what is the latency? Okay. So it tells me about latency only, right? And overall there is there's not enough data to just simply show the result and all, but okay, that's fine. Let's simply get rid of these things. Control W, 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 W. Oh, W, 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 and that's it. So let's simply get rid of this. Let's simply go to the dashboard. We have APM in services, and even we have to talk about NRQL. When it comes to this APM in services, so from here what can we do? We can just simply get the services running. So first of all, we monitor the host devices, then we monitor the services. Services. After that, we even enable logs. Once the log got enabled, after that, as for this traceage, we can even, I think, let's see, what do I have them inside this. So yeah, this is mainly related to the log, and what it is saying, this is the compute route related stuff. And if I click on this, what will it show me? It is wow, it is telling me more about that particular request that went, as simple as that. But okay, ultimately you get to know about a lot of things, and these are the requests that at this particular time, these many requests I actually sent, and there was no error as such. So let's not worry about this one. Let's talk about the logs, because in this particular section I'm gonna be getting the errors. I think there were no errors as such, or what? Errors 0. Ah, that's amazing. Don't expect this thing, but there should be errors at least. Okay, I think it is just simply telling that the response was sent, and that is why if there was any error in the response and all, at that time I could have got the error trace here. Okay, apart from this particular thing, we have alert. We even talked about it yesterday. We even set a policy. We must have a policy over here. So this is the policy that I created yesterday for this particular account. So the issue name was CPU user alert. If it goes over 50% or something, then it just gets triggered. Then we have something called infrastructure, and this is something I'm yet to know more about. So I will be just simply knowing more about it whenever I get the chance. Overall, the basic things we are able to get done. So yeah, we are able to monitor the host machine, monitor the any process service that is running. What else? And apart from this particular thing, there can be a number of things that I'm not gonna be going deeper into, but definitely in future I will explore all those things. Even for now, right now, knowing this much is more than enough actually. I even didn't expect this thing this much. And at the end, there is something called Grafana, if I'm not wrong. So we will be, I'm gonna be learning about that. Ouch! I hurt myself. I'm crazy person. So yeah, there is something called Grafana. So I'm gonna be learning about that, and because if I've been told that that is used with Kubernetes and all. So let's see how that's gonna be going on. And this Newrelic I learned just for knowing purpose, because at the end of the day I'm not really gonna be using this, but who knows what's gonna happen in the future. This is just the these are the things said by others. Now let me do it on my own, and then I will see whether this is actually needed or not. And it's time to talk about the query languages. Overall, we have explored everything, and when it comes to the query languages, so let's simply go to all entities. This is actually the last section. So if I click on anything, let's simply click, let me click on node app, and when I clicked on this, I'm getting the information about the node app that I have, right? That's actually being monitored, and even inside this I have a number of things. I can just simply go through all of them, but this is just simply telling me the web transactions time, update score, then we have transactions, we have logs, and so at this particular time we got the logs and all, and we got these many logs. It's just simply telling me that this has been the info. So ultimately blue color refers to the info, which is simply telling me that at this particular time you got the info. Sorry, what did I do? And logs, and this lighter blue is actually referring to the errors. So it is just simply saying let critical alert. So this lighter blue is just simply referring to the errors. At this particular time here I got the errors. So this is how it's simply been going on. And CPU uses, CPU has been being CPU has been being used this much. CPU is being used, and the most important thing is that at this particular time frame the CPU uses suddenly spiked, and because of this thing we have this sudden spike over here, and then it just came back to the 0% uses, and memory used this much. So ultimately, yeah, we are getting to know about many things, and mainly we were about to talk about the queries. So there is something called NRQL, that is called Newrelic query language. And what is this Newrelic query language? So if you actually click on query, so you are getting something like this, and it is actually like SQL like query. In SQL, what happens? The full form is a structured query language. So what happens? We select some things and we define the condition exactly from where we want to select, and this is how we just simply get the things done. The same way we are doing here. Okay, I'm gonna be selecting what? I'm gonna be selecting average of what? Average of APM service over web, overview web. Exactly what was the web transactions and all. Again, this is the table that I have, kind of, yeah, column. So I'm just simply gonna be selecting them multiplied by 1000 from metric entity. This is the condition. So this is what I want to select, and after that from here I want to select this is the condition that needs to be there. Facet segment, in the sense I think it is used for creating the tables, and limit, max and all. Ultimately limit is there. So if I just simply run this query, run it all, so what will I get? So this NRQL query language is mainly used for creating the diagrams. So if you know it, you will be able to just simply customize the diagrams for your own need. And if I just simply remove this particular segment here, so faces segment, and if I just simply run it, so let's see what is the use of this faces segment. So it turns out that, what was the use of that segment name? So I think that was used for adding the segment name for some reason. Let me remove that again. I'm not getting exactly what is the use of this facet. So let me run it again. So this is how it looks like. So it doesn't really, the response that we are getting, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And if we just add that, then what will happen? That's quite straightforward. So ultimately facet segment name, in the sense the segment name, kind of Node.js is added here, and over here response time is added here. Hopefully that is that, but not sure about that. So ultimately this is how we get the queries, and these queries are actually used for just simply creating these types of diagrams or widgets, and you can just simply customize them. You can create your own, or you can just simply copy and paste the queries and get the widgets that you need. Ultimately you can get only the status, monitored status that you actually want to see, nothing else. So ultimately the customization is gonna be in your own hand. Alrighty, so NRQL, I have my laptop near, just beside me, so I'm gonna be reading through that with the help of that ultimately. So NRQL, Newrelic query language, is a SQL-like query language used to query data within Newrelic, a monitoring and observability platform. NRQL allows users to perform complex data analysis and create custom dashboards and alerts by querying their application infrastructure performance data stored in Newrelic. So this is simple. We have what? First of all, we can just simply fetch it the way we fetch using the way we fetch using SQL. The same way we can fetch using NRQL, and CPU percentage, this is fine. Then filtered by high CPU, so CPU percentage as CPU system sample, this is fine. So ultimately this does make sense. It's not really like hard thing and all. I mean, of course, if you don't know SQL, then it's gonna be hard to understand, but if you know SQL, it's gonna make sense exactly how this works and all. Okay, even if I just have a look at others in the sense probably in this particular section, let's we are calculating the like average CPU over here. So if I have a look at the query, so it is just simply saying that Newrelic golden matrix infra host CPU users. So ultimately this is this way, you just simply get the CPU users, as CPU. From this metric we have to get it. So, and after that this is the condition. Entity Jude should be inside this. Facet entity name, this limit max. This facet I'm not getting. I hope facet is gonna be equals to entity name. That simply means whatever is being shown, the kind of name that's being shown there. Overall things are clear. So ultimately if I hover over it, so like I'm getting IP172 and all, and that is what the entity name is. So if I want to check the entity name, even if you want to get everything, so let me do one thing. From here I'm gonna be getting everything, and from metric entity GUID and everything is fine. Let's simply run it. Yeah, okay. And I'm not gonna be having this and facet entity. Let's simply run it. Okay, I think that is not the problem. The problem is actually time series over here, because I think time series is used for what? Time series is mainly used for kind of plotting the graph, if I'm not wrong. Nope. So what else am I supposed to be changing here? Metric did this. Huh? Alrighty, then I've been called to just simply get something done. So I'll actually have to go for that. How long has it been anyway? Let me check that. So I've been live for 1 hour 52 minutes. Earlier I was live for around 8 minutes or something. So ultimately, yeah, we've been live for 2 hours and we've got this particular thing done. And overall things are okay. So when it comes to this APM, Newrelic also lets you see the logs and status from your process, not just the host machine. So by default, you will see it telling global Nginx logs, but not the application. So where log Nginx access logs, yeah. So by default, it gets that. Then we can set up APM for Node.js process. So create a new data source with Node.js. So use one of 5 ways to set up. We'll go on the host, npm install Newrelic Express. We've done it. So ultimately we have set it to. Ultimately, I'm going through the process the way we set up Node.js and all. So that's being just simply, the whole process is being just gone through here. So adding logs, we are now just simply adding it like this. Enable true, npm install Winston. We can even install the Winston. We can just simply get the things done, and that is it. If I just simply go ahead and next one. So Winston logger, we have even gone through the Winston logger. Even we haven't gone through the Winston logger well, we can even know more about that. And this is how we are gonna be going ahead. So there are a few things in the sense a Winston logger, metric logs, and P95, P99, infrastructure tab and all. These are the few things that I have to go through. Overall things are done. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be going live for 1 more hour, and we will get all these things done very soon. And once all these things are done, and after that, okay, done. I don't really need to worry about anything. Then we will be just simply switching to the next one. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. Let's see. We'll try. I'll try my level best to get the remaining things done as soon as possible. Until then, take care. See you and bye bye.